the qualifying questions, it's gonna be a long day. Pet the cat, compliment the curtains, blah. I don't even like going to homes, right? If it's an analytical and I see all the stuff lined out, I'm like, oh, God, here we go again. This guy just wants to prove me wrong, so now I have to deal with that. But the driver, my favorite, I'm a little bit more of an expressive than I am a driver. And I like these guys. Hey, what do you do? Why are you the best? I go, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I'm the best rate is. If I could prove you that gets you 35%, would you listen any day? Yeah, sure, listen. Drivers, they need a little bit of good information to get to know, like, and trust you, and they want you in and out. 15-minute listening presentations, my favorite. Now here we go with an expressive. One of the reasons Daniel and I can't be on the phone more than 5 minutes is because we're both expressive. We love to talk about ourselves. Expressives love to talk about themselves. So if you let these people talk about themselves and you shut up, they're gonna like you. They don't know why, they just know that, you know, you got to tell them they had the biggest yard, the 14-karat nails in the walls, all that good stuff. All of a sudden, you don't even have to be the best. You could bring your laptop with you and never even use it. You know, NAR did a study about 10 years ago. I was at a seminar up in Santa Barbara at that Fess Parker thing. And I think it was Max Pigman. He gave us a number and he said, did you know that 36% of all people will list with you because you have the technology, not that you know how to use it? And I always kept that in mind after that. I said, that's fantastic. I always walked in with the laptop, the cell phone, and then we'll go back a little bit. When I was that 19-year-old, I drove an Acura Legend that I don't even know how I qualified for. It was $475, $74 a month. I had the gold package, but even more importantly, I had the Motorola gray flip. Remember that, when you pull the antenna up? I was so cool. I would walk, every picture you see me when I'm 19, suspenders, like Daniel said, and this stupid phone. Here's the trick. The phone wasn't hooked up. I couldn't afford that. Are you kidding me? My $475 rent payment, or car payment, was more than my rent was. I was renting a room with the girl from high school. It was ridiculous. Where was I? Personality styles. So that's probably the single most important thing. During the Master Series, you learn a lot about, are we even having Master Series anymore, Daniel? I'm pimping something, I don't even know if you do. All right, and the last thing is, my favorite one. So there's always a point, if you've really screwed up a listening presentation, whether it's based on NLP, maybe you screwed up your presentation, something is going wrong. And they're just gonna say, you know what, thanks Mike, do you have a business card? We're gonna think about it. So Daniel taught me this, 19 years old again. You know what, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I can appreciate the fact you wanna think about it, but let me tell you something that's a big secret. 2 or 3 minds is better than 1, right? Let's think about it now. And that always works. It breaks the ice, they start cracking up, and then you can go back. Other than what? Right? Other than commission, what is it that they're not gonna list? When I say that, especially when they say we're gonna pray on it, and it happens, I swear to God it happens. Let's pray together. Oh, are you religious? Are you? Yes, then me too. Yeah, let's pray. I'll lead them in prayer, I don't care. I mean, there's so many more of these techniques that we learn. And when there's 273 of these scripts, is it weird that I know how many scripts are in that box? Is it weird? I think so, because I know every single one of them. And I like it, because this entire system works. If you want to sell 50 homes, how much is the average commission in San Fernando Valley? 10 grand, right? So if you sell 50 homes a year, 1 a week, basically we take a couple of weeks off, screw a couple up, whatever. You're gonna make 500 grand. Can you have a pretty good income on 500 grand? Yeah. So if we do what we're supposed to do, we get the leads, we make the calls, we knock on the doors, we do the Facebook, we do all these things that we have access to now, it's gonna happen. It's not hard. Now, is Michelle here? My agent I talked to last night? And I'll kind of close with this. I asked her a question last night. I said, she was in front of her husband. Oof. And I never met him. And I said, what is your goal for next year? Because we're starting a goal planning series in the next couple of weeks. And she goes, I want to make $150,000. Okay. Now, I'm her broker. I get little chunks of this, right? So I said to her husband, I said, earmuffs, go like this. I said, hell no. That is not a goal. You show up halfway sober in clothes, you'll make 150 grand. I said, do you want to make $1 million next year? She says, yes. Okay, let's go do that. Because selling 50 homes a year, I did when I was 19, 20 years old as a total ding-a-ling. And all I had back then was for sale by owners, past expireds. We didn't even have Craigslist to call out of, Daily News. Hi, I saw your ad, may I ask you the owner? Now look at the technology we have. We have Zillow, Trulia, we have all the landing pages, squeeze pages, all the social media. If we're not selling 50 homes a year, we're just doing it to ourselves. There's no reason why you can't sell 1 home a week. How long does it take to sell a home? Oh, 5 minutes of negotiating. The rest is technology, folks. So if you get somebody on the phone and you have those inside of your body, and you have the presentation, and you have the videos. Daniel, are you still doing videos for everybody? Where are you? He's gone. Oh, okay, good. So that was part of my other secret, is I make them watch the video. It's a marketing video. It's really simple. Now, did you like that marketing? Do you feel I can get you the highest price in the quickest amount of time? Yes. Other than price, is there any other reason you wouldn't list with me, right? Simple. Did you watch the video? We meant to. I emailed it to you. Ding dong, why didn't you watch it? Great. While I look at your home through a buyer's eyes, watch the marketing video. That's going to save me more time on the listing presentation. Where was I going with all this? Okay, seriously, you guys, give yourselves a huge round of applause for being here, first of all. Huge, huge. Okay, now do me a favor and stand up high. We need to get a little bit of energy in the room. Do you guys believe that Daniel's coming from a good place in his heart and really wants to help you? I believe so too. I talk to him all the time. He's a great guy. If you read this book that I think he said you're going to get for free, which is stupid in my opinion, Power of the Dream, a lot of it starts right here, and he's got it right here. He wouldn't be here if he didn't truly believe and love each and every one of you individually. So give him a really good welcome back to the stage, Mr. Daniel Pendley.